The news coming from our studio at Kokomlimli Joy 99.7 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are live on Love 99.5 and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Swiss FM Home, Gaskia FM Techiman, Jata FM Karaga, and KTU Radio Koforidia. Our global audience can download the My Joy Online app from the Play Store and App Store to listen live. Coming up, police in the Volta region aggressively comb what they believe could be the crime scene as they seek evidence to unravel circumstances leading to the alleged killing of a woman by her boyfriend who kept the body parts in the fridge. As search intensifies for the man, only identified now as Frank, neighbors say they are in shock as he was always seen in public display of affection with the deceased.
They play their love very well. You know, in fact, since yesterday I wasn't myself.
They looked like a happy couple?
Yes, I'm telling you.
You perceive as if they are twins because even when they come back from work, you realize that the guy is in front and the girl trying to jump.
Minority Serves notice it would push for voting on all contractual provisions in the 2022 budget, including the proposed e-levy and the Japan Minerals royalties deal, as the House debates the principles of the budget.
We will compel a vote on it because we want to stand counted that we stood for the ordinary people, we stood for the Ghanaian people, we stood for discipline and reduction in opulent profligate expenditure.
But Joy News is learning government has started behind-the-scenes negotiations to get the minority to back the budget.
And so we'll discuss, but as long as we are clear on eliminating this unemployment benefit, I think we'll find a way to cooperate and build the nation and move forward.
We'll hear from interest groups on the budget. And the most exciting platform for goods and services from Ghana, it's the 5th Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair. We'll tell you why you can't miss it. And in sports,
after leading Hazaka's ladies to finish second in the maiden edition of the CAF Women's Champions League, there are calls for Yusuf Basigi to replace Mercy Tego as Black Queen's head coach. But what is his position in this matter? We have details in 20 minutes.
And later in the bulletin, is Alban Babin still number 3 in Ghana?
I have said I'm number 3. Colleagues in the Supreme Court told me that actually you are not number 3, you are number 2.
And Presec Legon set to book a place in the finals of the National Science and Maths Quiz as they hold a 16-point lead with 2 rounds to go.
We know we are in for the trophy. Our aim is Christ and our outcome is Christ. See, watch out for the 7th seal. The 7th seal is here. The 7th seal is here.
We have all the details coming up. My name is Mamavi Owusu Aboagye. Thanks for choosing us. We are your home of fearless, independent, and credible journalism. Now, police in the Volta region are this afternoon aggressively combing what they believe could be the crime scene as they seek evidence to crack the case in which a man allegedly killed his girlfriend and kept the body parts in the fridge. The suspect, only identified as Frank, is on the run. Police say they desperately need to speak to him as part of their investigations. Maxwell Agbagba has spent the day at the residence of the suspect, where personnel of the Criminal Investigations Department have been searching for more evidence.
The door had been cordoned off with another bar. Here at the crime scene, at the residence where the incident happened, some personnel from the Criminal Investigations Department just arrived here. Seated here also are neighbors, and they just came here to commiserate with the landlady.
My name is Sheila. In fact, it was so terrible, very, very, very sad, because this guy and the girlfriend used to buy things from my shop by the roadside there. When I heard the news, in fact, I was shocked. I've never seen them as some people who are bad, look like bad people, or somebody who can easily kill the girlfriend. They always move quietly. They play their love very well. You know, in fact, since yesterday I wasn't myself.
They looked like a happy couple?
Yes, I'm telling you.
You perceive as if they are twins because even when they come back from work, you realize that the guy is in front and the girl trying to jump to back him so that they come to that. So most of the time, everybody...
behind him?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So most of the times you realize that everybody see them to be happy So yesterday when I was going to bath, the bathhouse is behind there.
Yeah.
So when I was going to bath, and then I passed here. So upon reaching there, I realized there was a stinky scent in that area.
Actually, when I wake up in the dawn, I'll hear some scent in my room. But I thought that it's something who died in my room. So I just went to take my spray and spray the room and I quickly quick off. Flies are in the window, so they suspect that maybe something died for the room.
You discovered the body in the fridge?
Yeah, as we entered the room, I just saw that the fridge, actually first of all, the fridge was here before, but it sent the fridge into the other room. So the fridge was lying down. And the man working at the workplace, he said, I should open the fridge. And so me, I'm afraid, I can't open the fridge. And we saw that blood was from the fridge up to the middle of the room. So we used cutlass to open the fridge. We opened the fridge now, I said, no, it's the saw that the lady was inside the fridge. So we just closed it and locked the door. We went to the police station to report.
Let's take you live now to the crime scene and speak to Maxwell Agbagba. Maxwell, first tell us about how the investigations are proceeding.
Well, Mamavi, according to one of the policemen I spoke to, the state of the composition of the body will even make it difficult for pathologists to carry out an autopsy on the body. He was part of those who moved the. Now, the personnel have also been searching for evidence, as you mentioned. They went to the backyard of the suspect. There, they found soot and pieces of hair. They killed the suspect, cut the hair of the deceased and bent it there. So they carried some of the bent hair with them back to the police headquarters. Now, in the porch also, we saw splattered blood which dripped onto the floor as police carried the fridge outside to remove the body from it. Now, a rod that was used to turn over the hair that was burning was also retrieved from the crime scene. Now, there are 5 separate rooms in all on this compound. The suspect and the deceased occupied the last room. Now, the stench is still emanating from the room where the killing took place. I went behind the structure and saw flies hovering around the window. One of the policemen I interacted with told me the suspect removed the compartment or what had been used to partition the double-decker fridge, and he managed to push the body in there and moved it to the bedroom. We're told he covered the body with the clothes of the deceased, in the fridge, Mamavi.
And all this is being alleged because, as you know, it hasn't been proven. But have you gathered any details about the suspect and the deceased?
Well, many of the residents I've been speaking to described the suspect as an introvert. And one of the occupants of the rooms on the compound actually told me that he saw a change in behavior a week prior to the killing. He said usually when the suspect come home, he will greet them before he enters, his room. But that changed completely prior to the killing. He also said that he always makes sure that his beard was properly shaved. But 1 week to the killing, he had an unkempt beard, and you could actually see visible changes in his looks prior to the killing. But for the residents who usually see the two when they return from work, they say that they always publicly displayed affection. So there are times that you see the suspect even carrying the deceased on his back. Sometimes before they enter the room, he would carry the lady on his back before they enter the room. And many times you see them sitting together and having fun together. So this comes to them as a real shock. Many of them also told me that they are traumatized by the dastardly manner in which the incidents happened.
Thanks a lot, Maxwell Agbagba. This is one of the many spousal issues we've heard from the Volta region in recent months. Our research desk has been digging into them. Joseph Akablay joins me in studio with some details of what we've discovered so far this year, Joseph.
In fact, not just in the Volta region, and so we have it happen here in the Greater Accra at Doyumu sometime in January 2021. It was reported that a young lady identified as Juliet was allegedly murdered by her boyfriend for breaking up with him after he bought her a brand new phone. In terms of the Volta region, who specifically March 2021, a 25-year-old woman, Harriet Kafuya Hiati, was allegedly killed by a boyfriend at Ho in the Volta region. Reports suggest there was a brawl between the two after the boyfriend had accused her of cheating. Other parts of the country, Damongo, that is in August 2021, the police in Damongo declared one Luis Asante wanted for allegedly killing his girlfriend, Sandra Esiedu, a constable with the police. According to reports, the jealous boyfriend had fought with one soldier he's suspected to be having an affair with his girlfriend. Then the latest one is what we are discussing now, where a man is said to have killed his girlfriend.
Thanks a lot, Joseph Akablay there. Let's still stay with issues of crime because a fetish priest has been arrested by the Fomena police on suspicion of gunning down a 28-year-old taxi driver at Intraco close to Dompoase in the Adanse North District of the Ashanti region. The priest, Collins Asamoah, 25, according to police, was on his way to confront another man for killing his mother's sheep, but ended up killing the deceased with a double-barreled gun he was holding. Love FM's Erastus Asaridonko has more.
That is the wife of 28-year-old Kojentri. After news of her husband's death reached her, he left behind a child. Police say the suspect, a fetish priest, was on his way to confront somebody who had killed his mother's sheep with a double-barreled gun. At the main Adanse Intraku town center, he accidentally discharged the gun, killing the taxi driver. An eyewitness and a colleague taxi driver, Nana Adum Kofi, described moments leading to the incident. He loaded the gun and was trying to cock it. So he applied some force and the gun went off, hitting the deceased. I was there with him. The moment I got up, the gun went off. Some enraged residents set the suspect's 3-bedroom house ablaze, according to police. Chief Superintendent Ohene Techi is the Fomena District Police Commander.
The youth of Adansia were disturbed by the conduct of the suspect and set his 3-bedroom house at Agogoso ablaze. The suspect was arrested.
The Fomena District Police Commander ending the report by Erastus Asaridonko. The proposed electronic levy, the Japa Minerals royalties deal and other provisions in the 2022 budget could be subjected to secret ballots in Parliament as the minority insist they cannot reach consensus on the issues. Parliament is today beginning debates on the principles of the budget and expect to pass it by the end of the week. My colleague Elton Brobe looks at the issues likely to split the House.
Government is projecting to get at least 6.9 billion Ghana cedis from the proposed tax on electronic transactions by the end of 2022. This is based on initial projections done by the revenue officials and the ministry. Finance Minister Kenneth Oriata in the 2022 budget announced government intention to place 1.75% tax on electronic transactions covering mobile money transfers, bank transfers, merchant payments, and inward remittances will be charged at an applicable rate of 1.75%. But despite the potential of the tax to meet revenue gaps, the minority says they will not support it. Here is Haruna Idrisu.
We will not support the two twin policy wrongs in the budget.
So unless they take those out, you're opposed to the budget being approved?
We will compel a vote on it because we want to stand counted that we stood for the ordinary people, we stood for the Ghanaian people, we stood for discipline and reduction in opulent profligate expenditure, and we stood that widen tax net but don't target ordinary people with opportunistic oppressive tax regime. That only takes advantage.
The minority is also against the reintroduction of the Japan Minerals Royalties deal. Joy News is learning government over the weekend tried but was unsuccessful in convincing the minority to back the proposed taxes in the budget. But the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, is not giving up.
We cannot continue to have this youth problem. We cannot continue to not have our roads built. We cannot continue to not look at our debt. I think it's in front of us. And usually a change, brings these things. But I think the change should be, how do we make this efficient? But in the end, where does Ghana and the Republic want to go? And so we'll discuss, but as long as we are clear on eliminating this unemployment benefit, I think we'll find a way to cooperate and build the nation and move forward.
Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta ending the report by Elton Brobe. Let's go to Parliament and get the very latest on the budget debates. Parliamentary correspondent Kwesi Parker Wilson joins us live on the line. Parker, has the debate started?
Yes, Mamavi, the debate has started, and then the ground rules have been established, where the chairman of the Finance Committee and his ranking have been given 20 minutes to state a case for the budget. And of course, the members will be given just 15 minutes. Apart from the Finance Committee, all the other committees will be given 15 minutes to debate on the budget. Now, Kweku Carton, who actually started the debate this morning, has been making a case for the approval of the budget and indicating that for every 100 Ghana cedis generated as revenue for government, 45 Ghana cedis is used to service our debt. And for that matter, it's important that the House, that is Parliament, support the interventions and the revenue measures put in place to ensure that they generate revenue. But even before that, I spoke to some of the members of the House, and they were telling me that they are expecting a hectic debate, and also from the minority saying that they will ensure that the e-levy and the other things that are in the budget, which would impose further hardship on Ghanaians, will be rejected. We can listen to some of them that I spoke to earlier.
If they don't consider the national agenda that we need to develop, that we need to mobilize resources and satisfy the myriad of needs we have, then you will see a very hectic debate in the attempt to shoot down all revenue mobilization efforts by the government.
Let's take you live on the floor of Parliament as ranking member on the Finance Committee, Kesel Atto-Forson, makes his statement. Well, we'll bring you more of those sound bites in later bulletins. But is Parker still with me? Parker, what's been the argument for and against? Hello, Parker?
Yeah, hello, Mamavi.
Yes, Parker, what's been the argument for and against on both sides in Parliament?
Okay, so for the minority, in fact, Atto-Forson, being the ranking on the Finance Committee, just started or commenced his debate on the budget. And for him, all is not well with the economy. And currently, the economy is in intensive care unit. In fact, that is the description. And these are largely because of the mismanagement of the economy. So that has been the point he's making. And that already Ghanaians are suffering. Ghanaians are going through hardship. And so with the intervention by the finance minister, which is the e-levy and also raising government charges for about 15%, are all measures that would impose more hardship on the Ghanaian. It is the reason.
Okay, Parker, we can now take a listen live now to Kesel Atto-Forson.
In 4.5 years. So, Speaker, that is why I repeat that this economy is sick from sardosis. It's self-inflicted. The sardosis is self-inflicted. We are witnessing stagflation. We are witnessing acute public debt overhang. So, Speaker, that is the situation we find ourselves, unfortunately. But let me take you to what is happening. So, Speaker, this sardosis calls for an important decision. As a country, we have to make choices. In fact, a very difficult choices. A choice to fix this sardosis at home, or probably go to the hospital to fix this sardosis.
And that's ranking member on the Finance Committee, Kessel Atufosin. And as you've just heard, the debates on the budget 2022 has just begun on the floor of Parliament. We stay in Parliament a little longer because the Minority Leader, Harun Idrisu, has disclosed that the leadership of Parliament will meet with the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akufo-Dampare. Speaking in an interview on Joy News' PM Express, Mr. Idrisu said the meeting will be to discuss several other matters, including the matter of immunity of the Member of Parliament for Medina Francis, Xavier Susu.
Susu is the respected Member of Parliament for Medina. And parliamentary immunities and privileges from the Lord Kings in United Kingdom was to preserve the honor and dignity of a Member of Parliament and to ensure that in the performance of his duty, he is not obstructed. Can you imagine that because I've just sat here and announced that I will oppose Ejapa and I will oppose e-levy, on my way to Parliament the day the vote is taken, I'm told that police have invited me. Is that the culture you want to encourage? And then you wanted to arrest the Honorable Susu before the face of his constituents. They have elected him. You want to humiliate him before his constituents? There is no problem. I think that the IGP has written to the Speaker. Even today we discussed it with the Speaker. The leadership.
The second letter had come?
The leadership of Parliament will be meeting the IGP to discuss several other matters, including the matter of immunity. The President of Ghana, is he not a citizen of Ghana? But the Constitution has placed him above them.
And that's Minority Leader of Parliament, Harun Idrisu, speaking there on PM Express with Evans Mensah. You're listening to the Midday News. Stories gone by. Police in the Volta region aggressively combing what they believe could be the crime scene as they seek evidence to unravel circumstances leading to the alleged killing of a woman by her boyfriend who kept the body parts in a fridge. And still to come, we'll hear from the Speaker of Parliament. Is he still number 3 in Ghana?
I have said I'm number 3. Colleagues in the Supreme Court told me that actually you are not number 3, you are number 2.
Details coming up shortly. Stay with us.
It's Hollandia yogurt, a nourishing snack. Check. Vitality. Check. Taste. Check. Vitamins, calcium. Check. It's Hollandia yogurt. It's Hollandia yogurt. Hollandia yogurt.
Enjoy a nourishing boost of vitality with Hollandia yogurt. Available in strawberry and plain sweetened, fortified with vitamins A, B2, B12, and a source of calcium. Grab a pack of nourishment and level up. This advert is FDA approved.
Charlie, this festive season, because I choose sports action. I choose local drama where you get plot twist. I choose world-class music. I choose romantic shows where they be. For kiddies, I choose cartoon shows where laughter and quade. Make you choose over 80 channels full of joyful entertainment. Choose DSTV for 169 Ghana cedis per AB standard, the HD decoder, diskette, and 1 month DSTV access package all day long. DSTV, it's your moment.
On November 25th, 2021, leading government officials, C-level representatives, free zone experts, investment and promotion agencies, and delegates from 50 African countries will meet at the AFCFTA Secretariat in Accra for the 6th Annual African Economic Zone Organization, IZO meeting. The annual meeting is being organized by IZO and the Ghana Free Zones Authority under the theme Connecting African Special Economic Zones, SEZS, to Global Value Chains, GVCS, in the era of the African Free Trade Area, AFCFTA. The event will be hosted at the African Continental Free Trade Secretariat in a hybrid format, rigorously respecting the health measures and the live virtual retransmission. The meeting will chart a path for maximizing free zone activities within the Africa Free Trade Area. Among those who will speak are Mrs. Angela Paulini Ellard, Deputy Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Lee Yong, Director General of UNIDO, His Excellency Mr. Wamkele Mene, Secretary General of the AFCFTA Secretariat, Honorable Alan Kojo Tremartin, Minister for Trade and Industry, His Excellency Ambassador Michael Aaron Okwe Jr., Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Free Zones Authority, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, President of the AFDB, and His Excellency Albert Muchanga, Commissioner for Trade and Industry of the African Union Commission, AUC. Institutional partners for the ISO 6th annual meeting include the African Development Bank Group, the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, Tangamed Agency, and the Oxford Business Group. Media partner is Joy Business.
This is the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. Time for us now to bring you sports. Muftal Nabila Abdullah is here.
After leading the Hazakas ladies team to finish second in the first ever CAF Women's Champions League, there are calls for Yusuf Basige to be given the Black Queens coaching job. Despite the pressure from the general public, he says his focus is beyond the senior female national team. He has called on the public to throw their weight behind Mercy Tegu.
Currently, I'm with the Black Métiers, and when duty calls, but it is not something that I'm looking at the moment, because still we have competitions and assignment ahead of me, and I think the coach is also doing well, so maybe she needs time to put herself together, and then Black Queens will gel.
That is Yusuf Basigi, head coach of Hazakas ladies.
Coming to the Black Queens, maybe. All right, thank you, Muftal, for sports. Let's bring you some updates now on the ongoing vote affair in Ho. And the regional minister, Archibald Lecha, says he's hopeful the beginning of domestic airline operations at the Ho airport will boost tourism in the region. One of the airline companies has served notice it will start its commercial flight services to Ho from December 4. In an interview with Joy News on the sidelines of the ongoing vote affair, the minister also stated contracts for the construction of portions of the Eastern Corridor roads have been re-awarded and will soon be completed.
We have had tour operators inquiring already. Tourists from Accra to Ho, that we are arranging vehicles to be around the airport with hotels, also waiting so that we can fly tourists from Accra. Flights can be organized for tourists from Accra so that they don't have to travel by road. We expect the route to be well patronized, so well patronized that every airline will fly to Ho as soon as possible. People are complaining about the route from Atimpoku Bridge to Asekuma, and then from Asekuma to Have to Hohwe. It's been re-awarded to First Sky is doing Asekuma to Have to Hohwe is being done by Greenhouse International, Hohwe to Jaska is being done by Rolida. So all these roads are now under contract. We are hoping that the finances will flow for the contractors to complete these projects on time.
And that's the Volta Regional Minister, Dr. Archibald Lecha. We encourage you to pass through the Volta Fair. It wraps up on the 28th of November. It's a fair to showcase everything Ghana from Nkulenu Palm Soup Base to Savida Bonre Kente. The 5th edition of the Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair will be at the Junction Mall, Nungwa Barrier from the 2nd to the 5th of December, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Joining us in studio to give us more is Rosalind Felly. Now, Rosalind, how are preparations so far?
So far, the best, I must say. Almost everything is coming to place. We cannot wait to be there on the 2nd to the 5th at the Junction Mall. We want to showcase a lot of made in Ghana. We want Ghana to be put on the map bigger. We want everybody to talk about Ghana.
So why should our audience attend this event?
It's an event that projects Ghana. It's an event that when you attend, you will get things on a budget. Like I said, things are going to be reduced. We are having a lot of fun activities as well. So we kill boredom. So you're killing two birds with one stone. And you can actually have fun with your friends, your family, a get-together place if you haven't had good time with your family yet.
Absolutely. Do make a date. Don't miss the Made in Ghana Fair. Thanks a lot, Rosalind Felly of Joy Prime, giving us details of the fair that will start from the 2nd to the 5th of December.
Yes. And a big thank you to our sponsors. We have EcoBank, we have Go for Soya Chanks, Nkulenu Palm Super Base, Ghanaian Original Taste, Savida Bonre Kente, Kente Papefie, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Grow in Ghana and Go with Ghana, Obolo Soap, Oro and Maram Soaps and Antiseptics from Delta Agro Limited. I hope to see everybody there because I will be there.
Absolutely. Let's bring you some updates on the National Science and Maths Quiz. And the very first contest in the semi-finals has just ended. It's wrapped up. And the scores, well, St. Peter's SHS 34 points, Chemu Senior High School 21 points, and Presec Legon with a cool 50 points, which means they've qualified into the finals. Manuel Kranting's been monitoring. He joins us live. Manuel, what have we missed?
Yeah, so Mamavi, Presec Legon, of course, started the contest by being able to get a commanding lead and managed to keep up to that lead up until the very final riddle was answered. But now to look for themselves a spot in the grand finale. What we might have missed was an early substitution from the Presec Legon team because their talisman was called in sick and was actually substituted and replaced by Joel Aboagye. But that didn't derail their progress. They are in the grand finale. The next contest will feature Keta SHCS, Wesley Girls High School, and then Tamale SHS. We look on to that contest.
Thanks a lot, Manuel Kranting. So as you heard, the Presec Legon, the defending champions, have again qualified into this year's finals of the National Science and Maths Quiz. Well, that's it for the news at 12. Our top headline this hour, we brought you details of how the Volta Region Police is investigating the crime scene, seeking evidence to unravel circumstances leading to the alleged killing of a woman by her boyfriend who kept the body parts in a fridge. Do log on to myjoyonline.com for more news. My name is Mamavi Owusu Aboagye, leaving you with the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Gbagben, who used to be number 3, but apparently not number 3 anymore.
His Excellency the President, you have to go to the vice before you come to